Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sam, and in today's video we're going thrifting. I am heading down to Southern Maine. We're gonna hit up the whole strip down in Arundel, Maine. There's Antiques USA, Arundel Antique Mall, and then several other places along the way. And I'm so excited. As always, I'm thrifting and sourcing for my vintage shop, which is Blueberry Vintage Co. on Instagram. And if you want to see what I find today, then keep on watching. First order of business is getting a coffee. All right, I just pulled into Antiques USA, so let's go in. First, I really gotta pee. But I'm so excited. I love this place. It's huge and it's always very nicely curated. So let's go see what I find. Okay, I just walked in and I already found a couple things. So this pair of needle points is only 22. So I'm getting those because I love the oval frames and the red. And then this really pretty, like moody floral still life is 28. And I just have to have it. And that's a great price. I could still flip it. Okay, I just spotted this. I love this. I love how tiny it is. Oh, 58. That's like how much I would split for it. Oops. So good, because it's obviously Maine, and I live in Maine, and it just makes me happy. I also love this little shelf. That's cute. Okay, I got so excited. I just spotted this guy, and then I was like, oh, it's gonna be so expensive, and it's only $12, so we are getting him. Okay, I spotted some cabbageware. 50, so that's a no. And 90, man. Okay, I just found this. It's only $22 for this little set of drawers. So I think we're gonna snag that because little cubby systems like this always do pretty well for me. And I just turned it around and you can hang it on the wall. So it's perfect. How cool. Okay, I also just found this copper pot for $12. That is such a steal. Okay, that was such a good stop. Antiques USA is always a good idea. So if you live in Maine, it is worth the drive down, or if you're close to it, even better. I just pulled into the Arundel Antique Village, which is good. I don't normally come out with as much. I find the prices in here are way higher, and I feel like the vendors really don't like refresh their stuff a lot. But they do have a few people outside right now with some tables selling stuff, so I'm gonna give those a look real quick before I go in. It is 90 degrees out today. Let's see how much these two are. Okay, before I go into the store, I also grabbed these. So these are actually trivets, which I think is so cute because you can kind of adjust the size to like your pot or pan that you need, and then you just can like fold them up and store them away. And they're like little accordions. I think they're so cute. So I got that Macbeth book and Tales from Shakespeare, and each of these were $2. So let's go in. Okay, I thought these were gonna be so expensive, but they're only $34. Let's see. Made in Italy. I think I'm gonna get one of these. I'm obsessed with all of these Staffordshire statues, which this one is, oh, it says as is, so I don't know what's wrong with it, but this one's only 28. Which is so cheap. Oh, it looks like his head was glued back on. This one's 70, which is still a very good price. And then the sticker on his head is killing me. I don't know why. Let me see how much this painting is. so when I was in Brimfield, I saw all the cool girls having like vintage scarves on their canvas LO bean bags, and I was like, oh, I need to find a vintage scarf. And I just found this one, and I think it is so pretty. I think I need to tie this differently, like maybe in a bow. Let me try that. Okay, I'm gonna have to mess with it, but it is perfect. I'm just gonna have to figure out like the best way to tie it, but that looks so cute so far. And then I also want to start like collecting pins to put on it too, you know, just completely ridiculous. All right, I just pulled up to this place called Anytime Antiques. I've never been here. It says it has a bunch of different vendors, so let's go check it out. Okay, so that was one of the worst experiences I've ever had at an antique store, or maybe even like anywhere. I just feel so like weird about it right now. Okay, so anyway, this place is called Anytime Antiques in Wells, so don't go here. I found a bunch of stuff, and I was about to set it on the counter, and then I saw that there's a sign that says cash only. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I was like, I'm gonna have to put this painting back because I only had $40-something on me. Whoa! I don't know what that was. So I only had like 40-something cash. And he was like, okay, so I like put my few, I had like a pair of brass candlesticks, a painting, and one other thing. Oh, a little needlepoint pillow. So I set them up on the counter, and he starts taking off a tag of, oh, it keeps falling. He starts taking off a tag of something else. And I was like, oh, sorry, that's not mine. And he's like, well, have you even been paying attention to the stuff I'm wrapping? And I was like, no, I went to go put like the item back that I told you, and you said, okay. And anyway, I was like, sorry. And he was like, okay, well, let's hold on. Like, let's figure out what you have. And he like lists off what I have, and then he names like another extra item. And I was like, oh, I didn't have that. And he was like, oh, like all annoyed. And then he goes, well, at least one of us is paying attention. I'm like, oh. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually all set. And I left. And I've never done that before. I've never just like walked out of a store like that. But he was so incredibly rude. I was like, what in the world? And he was a little bit rude before that too. Like, some guy came in barefoot, and he goes, do you need me to wear shoes in here? And he was like, he's like, yeah, weirdo. And then he goes, I know him, he's my friend. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay. And then I was like, do you take checks? And he couldn't hear me. And he's like, yeah, there's tax. It's the state of Maine. Like, all so rude. And I was like, I'm from Maine. I know there's tax. Thanks. I said checks. Like, oh, okay. Jeez, crow. And so anyway, when I came out, I was so flustered. There was like this old lady, and I just was like, that guy was so rude. And she was like, I know. And I was like, oh my God, was he rude to you too? And she was like, no, but the last time we were here, he was really rude to my friend. And I was like, oh my God, so it's not just me. And like her friends, they were like, oh yeah, good thing you walked out. Like, don't let him talk to you like that. I was like, oh my God, this is such a, I'm like, and I'm really bummed because I wanted the stuff that I found, but jeez, crap, rude.